What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney. Appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos on here weekly, and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. In the offseason, I picked the Oklahoma Sooners to make the college football playoffs once again for the third straight season. And I gotta tell you, after this performance today, I'm very confident that that will come into full fruition once again. Oklahoma played a great game today versus Texas, especially defensively. Coming into this season, I knew the Oklahoma defense would be improved for a couple reasons. Because for one, you couldn't be worse than you were last year. You could not, in any God's given way, be worse than you were last year on defense, Oklahoma Sooners fans, okay? So the only way to go was up as far as your performance on defense from a year ago, okay? But also bringing in Alex Grinch, okay? I thought that was very key, and I thought Alex Grinch would really definitely help this Oklahoma Sooners team, you know, get better on defense. They fired Bob Stoops a couple last year, I believe, midway through the season. I mean, Bob Stoops was a terrible defensive coordinator. Now they bring in an actual real defensive coordinator and Alex Grinch. And what does he do? Turns this defense right around. This defense was much improved heading into this game. And today, versus a very good Texas team, the 11th ranked Texas Longhorns, they put on their best performance of the season. 9 sacks versus a Texas team. Are you kidding me? Not again. I don't know. I think that Texas' offensive game plan and just Texas overall just being sloppy today on offense really contributed to how good Oklahoma's defense was today. But again, why just look at this overall game? Oklahoma has to be proud about their defense. You know Oklahoma is going to have the best offense arguably in all college football. Now again, you got teams like LSU, Ohio State. There's some other good offenses out there in college football this year. But Oklahoma, we know their strength under Lincoln Riley, with Jalen Hurts, with CeeDee Lamb, who's an absolute monster. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, are you kidding me? Those 3 touchdowns he had today, that's a grown man out there. I hope my Green Bay Packers can get their hands on CeeDee Lamb, okay? Ted Thompson, Brian Gutekunst, try to get your hands on CeeDee Lamb. I love to have Aaron Rodgers get another wide receiver weapon, okay? But I'm getting a little bit off topic, okay? We know Oklahoma offensively is going to score points. We know that. That's a given under Lincoln Riley. They're too talented offensively to not score points. But defensively, look, Oklahoma Sooner fans have been saying it for years and years. They can win a national championship if their defense is even average. Okay, if their defense is average, they can win a national championship. And I gotta tell you, this defense looked very good today. Now, right now, I think Oklahoma's probably one of the 4 best teams right now. Oklahoma's a very good team. I'm not gonna say they're the best team in college football just because I've seen Ohio State absolutely look dominant. To me, right now, the best team in college football is Ohio State. I've seen Alabama look pretty good. I mean, LSU looks really good. Georgia lost today. They're absolutely sorry. I mean, Georgia fans, what are you doing? Georgia looks absolutely terrible. But Oklahoma looks pretty good. They're a really good team. So, in my opinion, I think Oklahoma's going to go back to the playoffs. I really do. They do have to travel to Baylor. They do have to travel to Oklahoma State. But again, I think they can handle that. I really do. I think they can handle Baylor and Oklahoma State. And even if they were to drop a game, they're going to be able to redeem themselves in the Big 12 championship, okay? I think that a one-loss Big 12 champ probably gets in this year, especially now due to the fact that Georgia just lost to South Carolina, okay? Georgia just lost to South Carolina, okay? That's not good. That is definitely... If you're an Ohio State fan, if you're a Clemson fan, if you're an Oklahoma fan, you gotta feel good about that, because there was potential that a one-loss SEC team could get into the playoffs. I don't see it now. I know LSU is very good, but I see LSU potentially finishing with at least 1 loss or 2 losses. And I think Alabama's probably going to win the SEC again. And Georgia, if they lose the SEC title game, they're not getting into the playoffs with a loss to South Carolina. It's just not happening. So this Oklahoma team is very good. Defensively, they played extremely well versus a very good Texas team. I was very disappointed in Texas' offensive game plan today. I didn't think Texas came out and did anything right offensively. I mean, they really didn't get going to the second half. I mean, it was 10-3 at the half. I mean, Texas' defense actually played pretty well. Oklahoma, for a good while in the first half, didn't really score. And I credit Lincoln Riley for going for it on 4th down on that one play, the opening drive to CeeDee Lamb, that touchdown he had. It was a great call on 4th down. So again, Oklahoma's a great team. I don't know if they're going to win a national championship just because you got teams like I said, like Ohio State, Alabama, LSU, you know, whatever other team you want to throw in there. I just think that, look, Oklahoma's a good team. There are better teams out there. But Oklahoma, I mean, Jalen Hurts might win the Heisman this year. He's playing like an absolute stud. Didn't have his best game today. Obviously had that bad fumble. Obviously had that bad interception. But again, if I'm an Oklahoma Sooner fan, I gotta like my path. This schedule's not too hard. You do get Iowa State at home. You have to go to Baylor. You have to go to Oklahoma State. But those are winnable games. And even if you lose one of those games, if you win the Big 12 title with one loss, I think you're probably gonna get into the playoffs. It's just the reality of the situation. Oklahoma looks like they're rolling, and if they can get any work defensively like they did today, if their defense can get just any solid play, they can win it all, okay? As far as Texas goes, look, I didn't really buy into Texas this year. I knew they were probably going to lose to LSU. They lost to LSU. I knew they were probably going to lose to Oklahoma. They just lost to Oklahoma, and they're going to find a way to lose to Baylor. They're probably going to find a way to lose to Iowa State or TCU. One of those three teams. I think Texas is probably going to finish with 3 losses on the season. Now, again, is Texas a bad team? No, they're not. They're not a bad team, but I just didn't buy into people that thought that Texas was going to win the Big 12. But I have confidence that if Oklahoma were to face Texas once again in the Big 12 championship, they can beat them once again. Okay, Texas is a very good team, but they're about a year away. If Sam Ehlinger comes back next year, I think this Texas team can be really, really good. But they have a lot of young players on that team. They lost a lot of talent from last year. Tom Herman is a great head coach. So next year, when Jalen Hurts leaves, when Oklahoma has to kind of reload, when CeeDee Lamb leaves, I think Texas potentially can take the Big 12. But this year, I just don't think Texas is quite good enough to take the Big 12 this year. They're just not that good. They're a good team, but they're top 10 team, top 12 team. They're just not ready to compete with the big boys yet. They lost to LSU at home. They just lost to Oklahoma. They're not going to beat Ohio State. They're not going to beat Alabama. They're just not quite there to where they can compete with the big dogs in college football. So if I'm a Texas fan, I'm happy that I'm winning a lot of games. But again, don't get your hopes up too much. Maybe you win the Big 12 title. Texas is not going to the playoffs. Whether they win the Big 12 or not, I don't think a 2-loss Big 12 champion is getting into the playoffs. I just don't see it. Texas is not going to have anything else to boost their resume unless Oklahoma's ranked number 1 heading into that game, which is very unlikely in my opinion. If Oklahoma's ranked number 1 heading into that Big 12 title game and Texas beats them, they might have a shot to get into the playoffs. But again, I don't think a 2-loss Texas team is getting into the playoffs, especially now that LSU just beat them. If LSU has 1 loss and Texas has 2 losses and still wins the Big 12, I don't think the College Football Playoff Committee is putting Texas in over LSU. I just don't see it. So, Texas fans, sorry if you thought you were making the playoffs. You're probably not. You're a good team. You're going to probably make a New Year's Six Bowl. But again, I just don't quite see it this year with Texas. They're not gonna make the playoffs. They are what I thought they were, a really good team, but just very young and not quite there. As far as Oklahoma goes, they're a really good team. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I said Ohio State was going to make the playoffs. I said that Georgia was going to make the playoffs. I'm pulling off of that right now. Georgia's not making the playoffs, and I said Clemson was making the playoffs. So I think I'm pretty good with my picks. I think Ohio State definitely will probably get in. I know they have to beat Wisconsin. I know they have to beat Michigan, but I think Ohio State's just that good. They're good enough a team to where they can beat those teams. Alabama's Alabama. And Clemson, the ACC is terrible. If Clemson does not make the playoffs, that's a major disappointment. So that's how I feel about college football today as far as the Big 12 goes in Texas and Oklahoma. So that's where I'm at. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.